The second year of Xingyuan and Wei. When Guanqiu Jian, commander of Huainan, learned that Sima Shi had deposed the emperor and installed a new ruler, he was furious. His son Guanqiu Dian urged him to oppose Sima Shi before Wei fell completely under his control. Guanqiu Jian agreed and invited Wen Qin, a former supporter of Cao Shuang, to join him. The two denounced Sima Shi, swore a blood oath, and claimed they had received a secret decree from the Empress Dowager. They raised an army at Shouchuan, with Guanqiu Jian leading 60,000 troops, and Wen Qin commanding another 20,000. At that time, Sima Shi was recovering from eye surgery when news of the rebellion arrived. Despite his illness, he decided to lead the campaign himself, leaving Sima Zhao in Luoyang. Following the advice of Wang Ji and others, Sima Shi sent Zhuge Dan, Hu Zun, Wang Ji, and Deng Ai to strike the rebels from multiple directions. Guanqiu Jian intended to seize Nandan first but was too late and withdrew to Xiangqing. Fu Jia then proposed attacking Xiangqing, Shouchuan, and Lajia at the same time, and Sima Shi immediately agreed. Worried about Lajia, Guanqiu Jian consulted Wen Qin. Wen Qin confidently declared that he and his son Wen Yang could defend it with only 5,000 soldiers. Scouts reported that Sima Shi's camp at Lajia was still unfinished. The 18-year-old Wen Yang suggested a surprise night attack from two directions. That night he charged straight into the Wei camp. Sima Shi, weakened by his eye injury, was resting inside his tent when chaos erupted. A messenger reported that an unstoppable warrior had broken into the camp. The shock caused Sima Shi's injured eye to burst from its wound. Though in terrible pain, he endured silently to prevent panic among his troops. Meanwhile, Wen Yang fought his way deep into the camp, waiting for his father to join him. But Wen Qin never arrived after becoming lost in the mountains. At dawn, Wen Yang instead encountered Deng Ai. The two fought fiercely without a clear winner until Wei reinforcements surrounded Wen Yang. Left alone, he broke through the encirclement by himself. Hundreds of Wei officers chased him. At Lajia Bridge, Wen Yang repeatedly turned back to charge his pursuers, scattering them again and again. His bravery reminded later generations of Zhao Yun at Changban. When Wen Qin finally reached the battlefield, the battle was already lost, forcing him to retreat toward Shouchuan. Yin Damu, once a trusted follower of Cao Shuang and a friend of Wen Qin, volunteered to persuade Wen Qin to surrender. He secretly hinted that Sima Shi was close to death, and urged Wen Qin to hold out a little longer. Unfortunately, Wen Qin misunderstood the message, cursed him, and nearly shot him. Yin Damu left in tears. When Wen Qin reached Shouchuan, it had already been captured by Zhuge Dan. Finding every escape route blocked by Wei armies, he fled to eastern Wu and sought refuge with Sun Jun. Meanwhile, Guanqiu Jian, surrounded on all sides, was forced into battle. Deng Ai quickly killed Guanqiu Jian's general Guiyong, while Hu Zun and Wang Ji attacked from both flanks. The Huainan army collapsed. Guanqiu Jian escaped with only a few horsemen. At Shin County, Magistrate Song Bai pretended to welcome him, invited him to a banquet, then had him murdered after he became drunk. His head was delivered to the Wei army, bringing the Huainan rebellion to an end. Sima Shi's condition continued to worsen. Before his death, he promoted Zhuge Dan and entrusted Yang Province's armies to him. During the journey back to Xuchang, he suffered constant pain and was haunted by nightmares. Knowing he was dying, he summoned Sima Zhao. He warned his younger brother that the Sima family could no longer give up power, and ordered him to inherit control of the government. After handing over the seal of the Grand General, Sima Shi suddenly died. Sima Zhao arranged the funeral and informed Emperor Cao Mao. Although the emperor first ordered him to remain at Xuchang, Zhonghui warned that Luoyang might become unstable. Sima Zhao immediately returned to the capital with his army. Unable to stop him, Cao Mao formally appointed Sima Zhao as Grand General. From then on, all major affairs of the Wei government fell under Sima Zhao's control. News soon reached Chengdu. Jiang Wei urged Emperor Lu Shan to launch another northern expedition. believing Sima Zhao would not dare leave Luoyang so soon after taking power. Lu Shan agreed. At Hanzhong, Zhang Yi advised against another campaign, arguing that Shu lacked the resources for endless wars. Jiang Wei replied that he had inherited Zhuge Liang's unfinished mission and would continue even at the cost of his life. Xiaoba supported the expedition, recommending a rapid offensive. Jiang Wei marched north with 50,000 troops. At the Tao River, Wang Jing led 70,000 Wei soldiers to stop him. Jiang Wei secretly arranged ambushes while placing his own army with its back against the river. Confident that the Shu army had no escape, Wang Jing launched a full assault. Jiang Wei deliberately retreated before suddenly ordering a counterattack. At the same moment, Zhang Yi and Xiaoba struck from behind. The Wei army was surrounded and completely routed. More than 10,000 Wei soldiers were killed, while Wang Jing barely escaped into Didao. After the victory, Jiang Wei insisted on besieging Didao despite Zhang Yi's advice to stop while ahead. Chen Tai and Deng Ai soon arrived with reinforcements. Deng Ai observed that Jiang Wei's greatest mistake was attacking a fortified city instead of expanding his gains. He therefore created the illusion of massive reinforcements by using small groups with banners, drums, horns, and torches throughout the surrounding hills. When Jiang Wei saw enemy signals appearing everywhere, he believed a huge Wei army had arrived. Realizing he had been deceived, he immediately abandoned the siege and withdrew to Hanzhong. Only after reaching Jianji did he discover that the enemy force had been only a clever deception. Although he failed to capture Didao, Jiang Wei was still promoted to Grand General because of his great victory at Taoxi. He soon began preparing for yet another northern expedition. Summary. This chapter follows two parallel storylines in Wei and Shu. In Wei, Guanqiu Jian and Wenqin rebel against Sima Shi after he deposes the emperor. Although Wen Yang displays extraordinary courage and single-handedly fights his way through overwhelming enemy forces, the rebellion is crushed. Guanqiu Jian is killed, Wenqin escapes to eastern Wu, and the Huainan rebellion comes to an end. Soon afterward, Sima Shi dies from his worsening eye injury and passes his authority to Sima Zhao, who officially becomes the most powerful man in the Wei government. In Shu, Jiang Wei takes advantage of Wei's political transition to launch another northern expedition. He wins a major victory over Wang Jing at Taoxi, but instead of consolidating his success, he insists on besieging Didao. Deng Ai outwits him with a brilliant deception involving fake reinforcements, forcing the Shu army to retreat. Although Jiang Wei is promoted to Grand General for his victory, his long campaign to conquer the north remains unfinished, setting the stage for further conflicts. Historical notes. 1. Wen Yang's legendary charge. The records of the Three Kingdoms praises Wen Yang as an exceptionally brave warrior. However, the novel exaggerates his exploits, including the pursuit by hundreds of officers, the lengthy duel with Deng Ai, and his Zhao Yun-like heroics. 2. Sima Shi's eye injury. Historically, Sima Shi did suffer from an eye tumor, underwent surgery, and later died when the injury worsened during the campaign. The dramatic scene in which his eye bursts from shock is fictional. 3. Deng Ai kills Gu Yong. The novel describes Deng Ai killing Gu Yong in a single exchange. In historical records, however, Gu Yong is barely mentioned, and there is no evidence that such a duel ever occurred.